The multivitamin behind every anti-aging headline this year had its pills donated by the company that sells it. That's not a rumor. It's printed in the study's own acknowledgments in Nature Medicine. Most people swallow a multivitamin every morning without knowing a single thing about it was ever checked. So I pulled the panels on 8 of the biggest sellers in America. Here's what nobody's telling you. The most aggressive formulas weren't the cheap drugstore tablets. They were the premium bottles. One of them puts 75 milligrams of vitamin B6 in a single serving. Europe's Food Safety Authority caps adults at 12. We're counting down 5 I'd put back, then the 3 I'd actually buy. One of those 3 is the exact product from the study, with a catch I'll be straight with you about. Stay for that one. If you read anything about vitamins and aging this year, you were told the opposite. Let's get into it. Quick note, everything here comes from published labels, federal rules, and named research, and every source is in the description. Anything I say about a brand is my opinion about what I'd buy. This is consumer education, not medical advice. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist before changing supplements, especially if you take medication. Now, the thing that makes this category strange. A drug has to prove it works before it's sold. A supplement doesn't. A multivitamin goes straight to the shelf, and the FDA never sees the formula first. So how does a bottle get to say it supports healthy aging? That's a structure-function claim. Federal Rule 101.93. The company needs its own substantiation. It notifies the FDA within 30 days, and it prints one sentence. You've seen the sentence. This statement has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. Read that again. That's not fine print by accident. That's the government telling you, on the package, that nobody checked. So almost nothing on the front of a multivitamin is verified. The one thing that is verified is voluntary, and it sits in a public database you can search from the aisle. Keep that in mind for every bottle coming up. Number 5, one a day. Men's 50+ Healthy Advantage. The most familiar name in the aisle, Bayer's brand. One tablet, no iron, at eye level in every pharmacy in the country. Turn it over. The minerals are louder than the front suggests. The label lists 24 milligrams of zinc, 117 micrograms of selenium, 2.2 milligrams of copper, and 180 micrograms of chromium. That's 218% of the daily value for zinc, 213% for selenium, 514% for chromium. None of that is dangerous from one tablet. That's not the point. The point is the person also taking a zinc lozenge, an immune gummy, and a fortified shake. Nobody adds those up. Your body does. The company talks a lot about internal quality checks. I went looking for a USP or NSF listing on this exact formula and couldn't find one. Internal checks can be real. They're also the company grading its own paper. The next one costs 3 times as much and asks you to swallow 4 capsules to get there. Number 4, Garden of Life Vitamin Code 50 and Wiser Men. This one feels like the responsible choice. Whole food positioning. 23 powdered fruits and vegetables. Probiotics and enzymes on top. The full serving is 4 capsules a day. There's nothing wrong with 4 capsules. More space lets a company fit more in. But a pinch of dried vegetable powder is not a serving of vegetables. No fiber, no water, no volume. The NIH says plainly that a pill can't replace a varied diet. Now check the seals. Non-GMO Project Verified. NSF Certified Gluten-Free. Read that second one again. NSF runs several programs. That one certifies there's no gluten in it. It is not the NSF program that confirms the contents match the panel. Same 3 letters. Completely different test. And that's the single easiest way to get fooled in this aisle. The next brand is the most transparent company on this list, and it still isn't what most people think they're buying. Number 3, Ritual Essential for Women 50+. I want to be fair, because Ritual does things almost nobody does. They publish their suppliers and their manufacturing sites. They say every lot gets tested for heavy metals and allergens. So why is it here? Because it isn't a multivitamin the way you think. Ritual says it plainly on their own page. 8 key nutrients. The 2-capsule serving is vitamin D3, vitamin E, folate, B12, magnesium, vitamin K2, boron, and 330 milligrams of algae, DHA. Here's what isn't in there. No vitamin A, no vitamin C, no thiamine, riboflavin, or niacin, no B6, no iodine, zinc, selenium, copper, or chromium. That's deliberate. Ritual's philosophy is fewer nutrients, chosen on purpose. But you can't take a headline about a broad 24-nutrient multi and apply it here. Same word on the front, different product inside. I put the whole system for reading these in my label decoder, linked below. And if this is changing how you see that shelf, drop a like. The next brand is the only one on this side of the list that passes the test I've been describing. It still didn't make my buy list. Number 2, Thorne Basic Nutrients. 2 per day. Here's the honesty beat, and it matters. Thorne earns its certification. Basic Nutrients. 2 per day is NSF certified for sport. That screens around 290 banned substances and confirms the contents match the label. Most of this aisle can't say that. So this isn't a quality problem, it's a dose problem. 2 capsules bring 20 milligrams of vitamin B6, 250 milligrams of vitamin C, and 200 micrograms of selenium. Remember Europe's B6 ceiling. 12 milligrams for all adults, set in 2023 after reviewing nerve damage cases. Then look at magnesium, 20 milligrams. That's the trick in every multivitamin ever made. Nutrients that take almost no space get enormous percentages. The bulky minerals your bones want get a rounding error. One more thing. 2 capsules carry 400 micrograms of vitamin K. Thorne's own label says it. Vitamin K interferes with anticoagulant drugs, so taking both together should be avoided. If you're on a blood thinner, that's a conversation with your prescriber, not a decision you make in an aisle. Great product. Wrong product for most people over 50. The last one is the most expensive way to get closer to a limit nobody warned you about. Number 1, Life Extension. 2 per day. 2 capsules deliver 470 milligrams of vitamin C and 67 milligrams of vitamin E. Then 75 milligrams of thiamine, 50 of riboflavin, and 75 of vitamin B6. 75 milligrams. The American upper limit is 100. It was set by having the doses from studies where people got hurt. Europe reviewed the same nerve evidence in 2023 and landed at 12. So this serving is more than 6 times the European ceiling. Now here's the part that got me. Go look at Life Extension's own European site for this product. It prints a caution right on the page. The product contains vitamin B6 above EFSA's recommended upper limit of 12 milligrams a day. The company writes that warning itself, in Europe. The American listing for the same formula doesn't. I'll give them real credit for transparency. Every number is printed in the right units with the forms named. That's exactly why I'd put it back. I can add it up. The number is enormous, and most people have no diagnosed reason to be there. 2 capsules a day for 20 years is more than 14,000 servings. A 70-year-old on 4 prescriptions is not the healthy volunteer these limits were modeled on. Now the 3 I'd actually buy. These aren't runner-up prizes. If you want the exact product from the study, it's Centrum Silver Adults 50+. It's the only one here with a real trial attached. In March, Nature Medicine published a 2-year analysis inside the Cosmos trial. 958 adults, average age 70. The multivitamin used was Centrum Silver. The difference was 0.113 years per year on one aging clock and 0.214 on another. Over 2 years, that's a couple of months to about 5. It's small. The researchers said so, and the clinical meaning is still unknown. Now the catch. The trial pills and packaging were donated in part by Pfizer Consumer Healthcare, now Haleon. Haleon owns Centrum, that's disclosed in the paper, which is how disclosure is supposed to work. And back in 2012, a separate 14,000-man trial ran Centrum Silver for about 11 years and found no reduction in cardiovascular events. If you shop at a warehouse store, Kirkland Signature Adults. 50+ Mature Multi is the value pick. 1 tablet made for over 50, and it carries the USP verified mark. That means an outside body confirmed the ingredients are there in the stated amounts, that the tablet dissolves, and that contaminants stay under limits. 400 tablets in a bottle, and Costco warehouses have been running it around $13. That's about a month of vitamins for the price of a sandwich. Now look at the B6 line, 3 milligrams. The cheapest bottle in this entire video is the only one sitting comfortably under the European ceiling. The nutrient forms are old-fashioned, and that's fine. Calcium and magnesium are low, like every 1-tablet product. If you're buying at a regular drugstore, it's nature-made multi for him, 50+. 1 tablet, 22 key nutrients, no iron, USP, verified on the label. There's a multi for her 50+ built the same way. Nature Made has more USP verified formulas than any brand in America. But that's a brand fact, not a product fact. Not everything they sell is on that list. So don't trust the logo. Search the exact product name in the USP verified database at qualitysupplements.org. 20 seconds. Standing in the aisle. What all 3 have in common: conventional, once daily, modest. And the 2 I trust most are the 2 an outside lab actually opened. So here's the one rule worth keeping. Ignore the front of the bottle completely and buy only what you can look up in a verification database. USP verified and NSF certified for sport require an outside lab to test the finished product. Organic, non-GMO, and gluten-free describe what went in or stayed out. Useful. Different question. One is a promise about the process, the other is proof about the contents. Then read the B6 line. If it's above about 12 milligrams and no doctor sent you there, ask why. That number isn't mine. In Australia, anything above 10 milligrams of B6 a day carries a printed nerve damage warning. Products are capped at 100. In the United States, that same dose can sit on a shelf with a cheerful label and no warning at all. The rules didn't fail. They were written to let a company sound confident without proving anything. The labels grew into the space that left. If you'd rather not memorize any of this, my label decoder has it written down. There's a 1-page checklist you can screenshot for the aisle, linked below. So tonight, go get the bottle out of your cabinet and ask 3 things. Does it carry a USP or NSF mark for that exact formula, not just that brand? How many milligrams of B6 is in one serving? And what else in your cabinet contains the same nutrients? If the answers bother you, send this to whoever buys the vitamins in your family. They're in that aisle without any of this. The fish oil version of this is next in the playlist. That's the one where the number on the bottle and the number in the capsule don't match. Read the back. I'll see you in the next one.